Welcome to Know Your Universe right here at Comicstorian, where we give you the history and origins of your favorite characters within comic books, movies, and video games. Now, the character of Harley Quinn first appeared as just a female henchwoman of the Joker in the Batman the Animated Series, episode 22 in 1992. Created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, no one could have ever imagined that she would go on to become one of the beloved characters that she is to this day. While Harley would continue to appear throughout the animated series as Joker's girlfriend/punching bag, she would eventually realize that she doesn't deserve the punishment that she takes from the Joker with the aid of her then-friend, Poison Ivy. The pair of femme fatales would go on to work together, causing trouble for Batman and eventually Batgirl and Supergirl. The character would prove so popular that she would eventually make the jump to the DC comic book universe, becoming canon in Batman Harley Quinn #1 in 1999 during the No Man's Land story arc. This version of Harley was, of course, darker than the animated series though, and they explained that Poison Ivy helped her enhance her strength and made her immune to toxins. While the character's origins have soft rebooted a few times, they've generally stayed close to the original idea. Dr. Harleen Quinzel was a psychiatrist that worked at Arkham Asylum. At times, she is written as trying to help the Joker. At others, she is using the Joker to write a paper to help her career. All the versions end the same way, though. She falls in love with the clown prince of crime and helps him break out of the asylum, where she then becomes his girlfriend henchwoman punching bag, and the two go on a long career of terrorizing Gotham City and Batman. Harley then would eventually receive her own series in 2002, though it only lasted about 25 issues. She would then continue to appear in various Batman books, though she bounced back and forth between undying love for the Joker and being sick of how he treated her. She would go on to become a member of the Gotham City Sirens in 2009, which was another book written by creator Paul Dini, which showcased the femme fatales of Gotham City after the supposed death of Batman. During the New 52, Harley was introduced as a new member of the Suicide Squad. She was given a new look that most fans didn't actually seem happy with. Her skin was now bleached white, and her classic costume replaced with an overly sexualized version of herself. Harley was also made to be a little bit more insane and violent than her previous versions, perhaps to line up with the then growing popularity of Deadpool, who was crazy and insane over in Marvel. But on top of all of that, she still had the unhealthy attachment to Joker, which had replaced some of the character growth she had received in the past few years. Her origins were then altered slightly. While still a psychiatrist that was trying to help the Joker, she had a slight infatuation with him. The Joker eventually pushes her into a vat of chemicals, which drives her insane. The character still proved to be incredibly popular and was given a second ongoing series written by Amanda Conner. This series saw Harley move back to Brooklyn, where she grew up and finally began to distance herself from the trauma that the Joker had inflicted upon her life. People pointed to Harley as a story of a strong woman with trauma in her life who was trying her best to move past it. Though the series proved popular, it showed Harley becoming a landlord to a cast of strange characters, and then morph into some form of a hero. She would occasionally return to Gotham for events, but her series mostly stood on its own. It was never even acknowledged where it fit into the timeline, because she would still be referenced as a normal criminal in the Batman book and in Suicide Squad. This was during the time that DC made the romantic relationship between Poison Ivy and Harley that was hinted at for so long actually canon, establishing that they actually loved each other and that Poison Ivy was helping Harley get past the trauma of her past relationship with the Joker. After DC Rebirth, Harley was once again established as a member of the Suicide Squad, while also continuing the new ongoing series of Amanda Conner once again. In the current state of comics, Harley has completely moved on from her past with the Joker and returned to Gotham City. Now working alongside Batman, she's trying to re-establish herself as a hero in the city. She has since gone on to have her own animated series that leans more towards the adult humor, also appearing in the Batman, Batman Brave and the Bold, Teen Titans Go, Justice League Action, and DC Superhero Girls. She unfortunately made her first live-action appearance in the Birds of Prey television series that no one even knows existed, and she was hinted at in Arrowverse, but not actually shown, as at the time there was still a stipulation that a character could only appear on TV or in the movies, not on both, to prevent any confusion, which is a stipulation that seems to have been thrown out the window at this point. Margot Robbie played the character in 2016 Suicide Squad and was hailed as one of the highlights of the movie, which allowed her to return to the role in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. And that is Know Your Universe, History and Origin of Harley Quinn. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments down below any more characters, elements, or teams you want explained in your favorite comic books. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.